So I was talking with my cousin the other day. He's 30. He works at a bar. He wants to do something more with his life, and he feels behind. And when I heard that, I wanted to give him a big ol' hug. But unfortunately, that couldn't happen because he lives a couple hours away from me. So we had to resort to a virtual hug instead. But I wanted to hug him because I saw myself in him. I'm 34, living at home, want something more with my life, and feeling behind.
34 and living at home?
Yeah. In the past 12 years, I've moved from St. Louis, Los Angeles, to Atlanta, to New York for a couple months, Atlanta for a couple months, and now I'm back living at home. And when I started unpacking my clothes in my new bedroom at home, which was my old bedroom when I was growing up, it was hard to feel like anything but a failure. But I know through years of living and experience and learning that it doesn't have to be this way. I don't have to feel like a failure. I don't have to feel behind. I am in charge of my life story. Hey, who's in charge here? I am. Oh, well, you're out of toilet paper. And I decided that this situation could be the best thing that ever happened to me or the worst thing that ever happened to me. But either way, it's up to me. And you may not know it or feel it right now, but I think you feeling behind could be a great thing. And I'll tell you why in this video. I hope that you leave this video with a pep in your step and ways to make whatever situation you're in right now, 34 years old and living at home, the best thing that has ever happened to you. Listen, it's good that you feel behind because it means you want to grow. You have the desire to grow. You know, if you're a little oak tree that's just being planted, look at all the other oak trees around you. You're like,
Oh, I want to be that big. I want to be as big as all these oak trees.
But because we're not oak trees, we sit back and we think, oh, why are they that big? And I'm not that big. You feeling behind shows that you want more out of your life. You're not an oak tree that has just been planted and you look at all the other oak trees and you're like,
Whoa, 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 I don't want to be that big. Come on.
right? You want something more. And unlike the oak tree, you actually have power over getting that and being willing to put yourself out there, to grow, to get hurt, to learn, to fail, to fall and get back up. That is brave as f***. You're in the race. You're in the game. You're in the arena. Hi, so is this the arena? I didn't bring a hatchet or anything. Remember, just having the self-awareness that you feel behind shows that you have a runway for growth. You know the feeling of putting yourself out there? You know, like if you're giving a speech or you're putting a video or content out online or you're asking someone out, you get all the same emotions, the same reactions in your body, butterflies in your stomach, anxiety, sweaty palms, Mom's spaghetti, she's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting. I could go on. What do you mean we're done? We're done? What do you mean? What do you mean we're done? I'm not done. It ain't done till I'm done. This is kind of like a check engine light in your car where it comes on. It's just an indicator that something needs to be looked at. Feeling behind is very similar to that. It's simply an indicator because you probably don't feel behind if you're waking up early, hitting the gym, getting your work done, knocking off all the to-do tasks. You're doing well in your relationships. So what is this feeling of being behind indicating? It's two things. It's where's your clarity and where's your focus. Feeling behind makes you reevaluate what is actually important to you. What are your priorities? And what are the distractions in your life that are keeping you from your priorities? For me, there have been so many times where I prioritize how other people think of my life over how I think of my life. and what's best for me. And the only thing that does for me is slow me down. So when I feel behind, I have to ask myself, does what other people think really have a priority in my life? Or am I being distracted by thoughts of what other people think rather than just taking action? When that feeling behind indicator goes off, it's just a moment for you to realign and refocus on what matters so you can say no to everything that doesn't. Because when you're doing the right stuff, it excites you. It scares you a little bit. It wakes you up in the morning. It pushes you to get through your hardest days. And your hardest days may be just the days where you have to do the work that you've been putting off, but that is where the opportunity for growth lies.
Hello? Listen, I know what this looks like. I'm dressed in overalls and I look like work. All right, but I promise I'm an opportunity.
When you are doing the right things, when you're moving in the direction that you want to go in, you don't worry about feeling behind because you're focusing on what's right in front of you. Hey, if you're enjoying this video right now, I would seriously appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, so you can get more comedy and motivation for your pursuits. And for more, to get in on the actual in crowd, sign up for my weekly newsletter that will help you get unstuck and keep moving. The link is in the description. Let's get back to the video. I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that you feel behind when you're scrolling through social media, looking at all of these people succeeding at what you thought you wanted to succeed at.
Jeez, everyone has so many friends. I want friends.
And then you feel terrible from that to make yourself feel better. You look at all of the people who are doing, from your perspective, worse than you are, and you think,
Yeesh, at least I'm doing better than them.
right? I know I'm not the only one thinking those things. But the truth is, none of these thoughts actually put us in a position to succeed. Instead of looking at successful people as inspiration, we look at them as competition. Instead of seeing them as examples to follow or mentors to listen to, we look at them with jealousy and think we have nothing to learn from them. Or rather, looking at unsuccessful people who we use as mirrors to feel better about ourselves, we could simply learn from them as what we don't want to do. Both situations, it's like being in a 10-mile race and you're on mile 5 and you're thinking about the people in mile 9, wishing that you could be there. How did they get there? Why can't I be there? Or looking back at the people who are just starting the race and thinking, well, at least I'm on mile 5, I'm doing better than them. Whether you're thinking of the people in front of you or behind you, you're still on mile 5. And only you keeping your legs and arms moving can change that. Oh, I did that. Go me. And your goals may not even be the same as everyone else running the race. Maybe it's the first time running a 10-mile race and you just want to finish. Or maybe it's your 10th time running a 10-mile race and you just want to beat your best time. Or maybe you just did it for the snacks and the food at the end.
Is this giant bowl of kisses for everyone? That just took it. We got burgers and stuff for this. Peanut butter jelly, I'll take anything. I'll just eat the bread, never mind.
Sometimes when we feel behind, it's because we're chasing someone else's version of success. When you're on your own path of success, it becomes less about keeping up with others and more about creating an authentic and meaningful life for yourself. If you're feeling behind in life, there's a good chance that you are right now in the middle of a challenge or a setback. Congratulations, you're in the growth stage. Hey doc, did you say I was in the growth stage? Yeah, that's right. How far away from that is the relaxed stage? The most I've ever grown in life were during the hard times. These are the times in your life that can light a fire within you to push harder and work smarter than you've ever done before, and actually realize all that you're capable of achieving. You're reminded in these times that success is a journey. It's not a straight line, and there's always room for growth. So be open to feedback and be open for more opportunities to grow. Kobe Bryant, one of the all-time greats, said this: everything negative, pressure, challenges is all an opportunity for me to rise. So this is your reminder that feeling behind isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of opportunity. What will you do with this opportunity?